Bud, what'd you think, man? Let me know some things about what can we expect from you?
Fireworks.
Fireworks. You ready, bud?
That's the fight that everybody want to see. Yeah. I want to do it. Do you respect him as like when he's like got a couple fights left? I'm at the gym. I'm only trying to get mega fights, so
Terence Crawford has officially shocked the boxing world by accepting Jaron Ennis's bold challenge for all of his super middleweight titles. This announcement came out of nowhere, as Crawford had never even hinted at facing Ennis before. Fans and analysts are stunned. The undefeated technician stepping up for this massive showdown proves that Crawford is ready to silence every doubt and chase greatness on an even higher level.
Before, that's my obligation in the contract, and I gotta honor that. That's the next move.
However, in a recent interview while gearing up for his next fight, Jaron Ennis made it clear that he's ready to move up to the super middleweight division, but only if Terence Crawford grants him a title shot. Ennis boldly declared that he's eyeing a massive 2026 clash, setting the stage for an electrifying showdown. This move would mirror Crawford's own daring journey, as he too leaped from welterweight to super middleweight after testing himself at 150 pounds against a single opponent, proving both warriors are built for history-making challenges.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford.
Interestingly, just hours later, Terence Crawford celebrated his triumph with a massive victory parade in his hometown of Omaha, where thousands of fans cheered their champion. When asked about Jaron Ennis and his bold challenge, Crawford didn't hold back. He expressed full willingness to take the fight. He confidently stated that if Ennis truly wants it, he should make the move and send the contract. "If it's at 168, let's do it," Crawford declared with authority. Promoter Eddie Hearn quickly backed the idea, calling it the best and most exciting potential fight in all of boxing right now.
Without him, really wanting to fight, putting forth effort into doing what he can do along with me to get this fight done, we will be fighting. So it's only right that I give him that thing,
I want and I need. So after I do my thing, Saturday night and be victorious, I feel like it's only big name fights from here on out. Only main event headlines and pay-per-view headlines, pay-per-view fighting. So that's my goal.
Matchroom boxing promoter Eddie Hearn has officially revealed that Terence Crawford is already in early talks to face former unified welterweight champion Jaron "Boots" Ennis, who is currently gearing up for his 154-pound debut against Swiss contender Mal Limo on October 11th. Hearn didn't hold back, calling Crawford versus Ennis the biggest and most electrifying fight in American boxing right now. Speaking to reporters on Wednesday, Hearn explained that while Crawford is intrigued, he's also seeking the right payday to make it worthwhile, because he knows just how dangerous Boots really is. "I'm not saying Crawford thinks he'll lose," Hearn said, "but he knows it'll be a real fight. For me, Boots is the new prophet. We just need the big fights to prove how special he truly is."
A whole lot of sense in the fight that stylistically would be, oh my goodness, is the fight between Terence Crawford and Jaron "Boots" Ennis.
I don't think I think it's going backwards
but
for Terence.
To that point, Jaron doesn't have the kind of accolades. He doesn't sell to the mass and all these. So this fight was perfect timing for both these guys.
During Crawford's post-fight press conference, talk of a potential showdown with Jaron Ennis surfaced once again as a possible future blockbuster. The five-division champion, however, had previously stated that he wouldn't face Ennis since he had no plans to return to the junior middleweight division. For the fight to actually happen, Ennis would need to agree to meet Crawford at a new weight limit. The real challenge, though, is money. Crawford only wants fights that bring in massive paydays, and there are only a few matchups that can deliver that kind of draw. Eddie Hearn explained, "You're dealing with a different beast in Terence Crawford, a fighter with an IQ off the charts. To compete with someone like him, you need both skill and experience. That's why I love the idea of the Boots fight."
Roller coaster, but we made it to the top. No matter how we made it, and it's definitely a test to say that anything is possible if you work hard at it and you believe in yourself and you had the.
Jaron Ennis, a former 147-pound IBF mandatory challenger for Terence Crawford, made a bold move last year by stepping up to 150 pounds to defeat Israel Madrimov and claim the WBA world title. Following that win, the sanctioning body elevated Ennis from interim to full champion, and he solidified his dominance by capturing both the ring and WBA titles after stopping Justinian in April while training for his next bout with Mal Limo. Impressively, Ennis also served as Canelo Alvarez's elite sparring partner during preparations for the fight against the Prophet, showcasing his growing reputation in the boxing world.
Don't lie or kept to the net and made me feel like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. Yeah. And then that one time that I did, we said we called, we said never heard nothing else back about it. So right. I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. Do your thing. But don't be capping on that.
However, Canelo Alvarez's intense training camp ultimately took a toll, as the Mexican superstar admitted after his defeat that his body had simply failed him. Terence Crawford, meanwhile, delivered a masterful performance that left the boxing world in awe. Commentator Amir Khan expressed mixed emotions, saying, "I'm heartbroken for Canelo, but I'm genuinely happy that Crawford is finally getting the recognition he deserves. His brilliance has always been there, but his resume never truly reflected how great he is. Don't get me wrong, he's had incredible wins, but he could have beaten so many more of the era's top fighters. Doing all this at 38 is nothing short of remarkable."
Were you surprised by the outcome? Boxing, anything happen? No doubt. My other question for you is, with this win, everybody said Crawford elevated his status. He's the GOAT. Do you think this win puts him on Mount Rushmore or makes him a GOAT in boxing?
Everybody got their own opinion.
We often see legends retire on a high note, and this could be a perfect exit for Terence Crawford, but I still believe he can move down to 160 and become a 6th-division world champion. Canelo Alvarez was desperate for victory, yet Crawford refused to yield. Before a roaring crowd of over 70,000 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, and with more than 41 million viewers watching on Netflix, Crawford secured a close yet convincing win, cementing his greatness in boxing history.
Park, South Philly. All right, so they'll kill me if I don't ask you, right?
What?
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford wins unanimous decision victory.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the fight?
I was trying to stay up. It was getting too late, y'all. It was but I think by the time they came on, it was probably 1 o'clock, something like that.
It was 1 and some change.
Among the millions watching that historic night was Jaron Ennis, the 28-year-old phenom from Philadelphia who has repeatedly called out Terence Crawford and earned comparisons to future Hall of Famers. Just weeks before Canelo wrapped up his camp, Ennis joined as a versatile switch-hitting sparring partner, a move that drew criticism for siding with Alvarez over Crawford. But despite the backlash from fans and analysts alike, Ennis had a strong response to defend his decision.
Y'all gonna see Canelo fighting Crawford, so I ain't got no problem who gonna win a fight. If Crawford do what he's supposed to do, he got an option. If he don't beat Canelo. Simple as that.
When asked about his training camp experience with Canelo Alvarez, Jaron Ennis spoke with genuine excitement, explaining that it was only his second time training outside Philadelphia and that he loved every minute of it. "It was all about having fun in there with Canelo," Ennis said. "The man's got 67 fights. Just being able to share the ring with someone like him was amazing." He went on to describe how refreshing it was to step away from home, enjoy sparring sessions, go fishing, and relax with his brother during the camp. "My weight's been going up, and I wanted to try something new. I really enjoyed being out there," he added. When asked whether he liked his time in camp, Ennis laughed, "Why wouldn't I? If you get the chance to spar with Canelo, a Hall of Famer, a legend, the face of boxing."
That caliber?
Yeah, why not? Why not you be able to share the ring with Canelo and like I said, being there with with a Hall of Famer, a legend, face of kind of like the face of boxing, why not?
Jaron Boots Ennis's rise through the boxing ranks has been nothing short of sensational. From sparring with legends like Canelo Alvarez to chasing legacy-defining fights against Terence Crawford, his journey reflects hunger, discipline, and destiny in motion. As Ennis prepares to showcase his dominance in his upcoming bout, the boxing world eagerly watches the next chapter of this rising star's story. Whether it's Crawford, Teofimo, or any other top contender, one thing is clear: Boots is ready for greatness. This is boxing history in the making, and you don't want to miss a second of it. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in with every punch, every moment, and every victory.